Well, thank you, Francois, and welcome and hello to everybody here today. So as Francois said, HTC has an amazing history of what we call stunning firsts, but nobody has really, other than you all, in terms of mainstream consumers, have really not known who HTC is, and importantly, what makes HTC different and special for them. And so what we're delighted to share with you today is our global brand strategy and advertising campaign that kicked off in Canada yesterday, November 4th, as one of our lead markets around the world. Quite simply, HTC is quietly brilliant. So that is our consumer-facing tagline. And what I'm sharing with you here is a collage based on 18 months of global research across 6 of our key markets, including Canada and the United States, of consumers. Cell phone consumers, smartphone consumers, consumers who have already known and used HTC devices, but much more so consumers who perhaps were using an HTC device like the Hero for the very first time. And we asked them, what does HTC Quietly Brilliant mean to you? And what was so amazing for us to find out is they see HTC as a very different manufacturer of handsets in the category, and they love this HTC Quietly Brilliant message. So very briefly, what this imagery shows you is everybody says, boy, you guys, you deliver the goods. Everything that you deliver is grounded in substance. We love that, but more importantly, we love how you don't scream about yourselves. And so it's kind of interesting as the marketing guy standing up here to say, we really don't do that much marketing. It's more, we like to think we just tell the truth and let our products speak for themselves. And so there's this one image here on this yellow muscle car. One gentleman, 35 years old, said, this muscle car is HTC Quietly Brilliant. I know the power and the performance that resides under the hood, but because HTC is quietly brilliant, you guys do not feel the need to crash through glass or careen around mountain passes like every other muscle car tries to do in their advertising. That is HTC Quietly Brilliant. This idea of the gentle giant or action speaking louder than words. And consumers love, 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 love that idea and see it as very ownable by HTC, as demonstrated through our product experiences that you'll all get a little bit more chance to see this afternoon, and very unique in the marketplace. How do we bring that to life? First and foremost, every single product experience that we create places the customer, an individual consumer, at the center. So whether you happen to be a mobile business professional and have a certain set of needs from your cell phone, or whether you happen to be a 23-year-old who did not grow up landlocked to a PC, does not want to transfer all your PC stuff to your mobile phone, you just live mobily. For you, we created the Hero. Whereas for the you, mobile business professional, we created the Touch Pro 2. So we always place the customer at the center, delivering some surprise along the way. Some of those, man, I didn't know that I needed this, but now that you've delivered this to me, I can't live without it. In very simple and intuitive ways. And with our hidden power, that humility and the notion of we let our products speak for themselves. So with that, we set out to actually start sharing this message with the world and engaging our consumers all over the place. It informed an interesting creative brief. What we knew we wanted to do was really connect with consumers emotionally, and importantly, make it all about them. We also knew from consumer feedback that we are really onto something here. Our devices are truly differentiated, and consumers, as they started to first learn about devices and amazing experiences on HTC Sense, such as the HTC Hero, they started to say, man, HTC is really taking the big boys to bat. Well, a quietly brilliant brand loves our consumers telling us that, but we would not outright go and take on the competition directly because we're quietly brilliant, right? We're also trying to build broad awareness of this HTC brand, but we don't want to talk about ourselves and we don't want to talk about our devices. We certainly don't want to compare processor speeds or just have swirling phones in our ads. So we're trying to do something very different here. This was the insight that inspired our actual brand campaign. And again, this came directly from consumer feedback. And it was that we learned there's tons of great smartphones out there today, But as we really sat with consumers and they started using the HTC Hero and started to compare with their phone, they started to recognize, wow, not all of them, but a lot of them started to recognize, you know, I love my phone and it does all these things, but now that I'm really playing with it, I'm realizing this phone makes me change my life and my behavior to suit the technology that I purchased. And as we've been saying, the core underlying philosophy of HTC, the brand, across everything we do, is that we place you, the customer, at the center, and we use our technology and adapt it to suit the unique needs that you or you or you might have. And so whether it's you or you, we design phones around the way that you work, the way that you live, the way that you play. And so clearly, as a result, our advertising campaign is based all around you. And so what we're going to share with you now is we just launched nationally in Canada yesterday, November the 4th. What you're going to see is representative of a global brand campaign that will show up in over 20 markets around the world by the end of this month. And Q4 of this year is a significant investment on HTC's part globally to begin investing in a consumer-facing brand. Said another way, we're going to talk through some big numbers of the numbers of people that we're going to reach in the Canadian marketplace this quarter, but we're not going away. And so this quarter's advertising is the beginning of a long-term investment in our brand in Canada and our major markets around the world. So with that, what I'd like to share with you is one of our spots. In Canada, we'll be running 5 television spots during Q4 alone, and this is the first one.
You are different from you, and you are trying to forget about work while you are working late again, and you miss your kids, and you miss the waves, and you can't believe what you just saw, and you need to laugh, and you need to cry, and you just can't get her out of your mind, while you just want to know if he's okay, but you need a place to eat, so you stop and listen to that band you saw that time near that place, while you let everyone know you're almost there, and you want to share, and you want to think, and you are trying to remember, and you are trying to forget, and you come to realize that you don't need to get a phone. You need a phone that gets you, and you, and you, and we are HTC.
So that's our first spot. We call it Anthem because really the purpose of that is it's a celebration of you and you and you. And more importantly, in a very honest, very human way, connecting emotionally with each of you because we understand the different ways, some of them very intimate moments that the phone plays in your life. Next, and we'll have in Canada, we'll have a 60-second version of that.